What's up, folks? Welcome to another AmuLIT Monday. We're gonna be trying some more stuff this week. I think that the metagame has moved into a place where AmuLIT flew a little bit too close to the sun, and it was considered to be tier 1 for a second there as soon as MH2 dropped, and people started adapting. The metagame started adapting. And basically right now AmuLIT doesn't really have any good matchups. It's just the Murktide deck is just a miserable matchup. The Hammer Time decks that have risen to popularity, they're not great matchups either. There's with the Dungeons and Dragons set now, the Nashas, whatever, the Hideous Laughter card from Mill is just unbeatable. So things are not well for us AmuLIT and Primeval Titan lovers. But if there's something that AmuLIT and Primeval Titan lovers have, is perseverance and the will to play their deck, even though the metagame really suggests they shouldn't. But that's what we were here for. So I like the main deck that I played last week, so I didn't really make any changes to that. I think that the mana base is good. I think that, the main deck Gracers are good. I think that the main deck Explosives is also fine. But I made a couple of changes to the sideboard. I'm still trying Broken Wings. I really wish that I had played against any blue-red decks last week, honestly. I really wish I could have actually figured out whether this card was worth it or whether this card is just a meme. But I couldn't, so I'm still running one. Hopefully we manage to draw it against the Murktide deck, and we get to finally see whether this card is good or not. But the big addition I'm trying this week is a couple of Chalices of the Void. Chalice is a card that has been played in the past in the Summer Bloom days, and back in the day it was mostly because you wanted to Chalice on either two, like one or two. In particular, Chalice on 2 was good against like a plethora of decks, including stuff like Storm and like nonsense like that was popular back in the day. But it kind of dropped off popularity because, well, I mean, you want your 1s and your 0s, right? But right now there are some decks that really rely on the 1-drops, like the Prowess decks. We have the DRC decks, and it's probably worth to not play these 9 cards as long as we get to at least lock them out of playing most of their deck. Also, the amulets can now can be found with Saga, which is another upside, and it sucks, but being able to counter the 0s out of all the Cascade decks is potentially a big deal as well. So we're going to be trying this out. We can also transmute for Chalice if we need to. We can't find it off Saga, same reason that we can't find Explosives off Saga, but we can at least find it off of the transmute. The rest of the sideboard is what we've grown accustomed to at this point. I think that this is just more than not, it's just a stock sideboard, except for the 3 Endurances. I've been very impressed by this card in this deck and in other decks that I've been playing it in. I think Endurance is just very good right now, and I wish I had room for the 3rd copy of Force of Vigor. Maybe these Broken Wings should be the 3rd copy of Force of Vigor, but again, I still want to give this card a shot and see what we're looking at here. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we're gonna be going into round number 1, so I'll see you there. Starting off with round number 1, not a great way to start things off, but it is what it is. Am I keeping this? I think I am. And I'm sending the Cavern of Souls, hoping to not get paired against the deck that has counter spells. But I'm gonna go turn 1 basic Forest Gracer, play Saga. Then turn 2 we get to make a token. Maybe we don't make a token. Overgrown Tomb tapped. My opponent double queuing. Or are they just very slow? So next turn we can either explore or make a token. Oh, it's that deck. If they have an Asmo, that's bad news for us, but okay. So at least what we can do here is we can explosives for 0. Oh. Hello there. It's making the token doesn't matter at all because it's free for my opponent to kill it, so it's a Dryad. That's very good. That is like extremely good. I'd even say outrageously good. Does that mean we win? I think that means we win. Oh no, I'm 1 mana short. Ugh, 1 mana short. Main deck explosives, baby. So I guess we win next turn. What's up, Lex? It's going well. Got him. I wonder why they didn't play the cookbook on 1. Huh. Stuff this. Get your shit in there. Get that shit in there. That's pretty cute. Target the Asmo just to crack the food and see some cards. What is this? Is the Cap Saga? They still have Daredevil in hand. So they have 2 unknowns. Yeah, 2 unknowns. Some tight play from opponent there. It's probably not going to matter, but some tight play nonetheless. Found another trail. Another Saga. What's this? Primeval Titan. this and this. We're not conceding, I guess, huh? Main deck explosives, baby. Main deck explosives. All the reason we won this game. All the reason we won this game is because of the main deck explosives. You really engineered the win there? I did. Got there. Okay, that's good. These are good. These also good. That one also good. I don't think Bog is good enough. Gracers can go. Chalice is gonna be way too slow, right? Chalice just doesn't do it. What about Broken Wings? Probably not good enough. How do I think AmuLIT is right now? I talked about it in the beginning. I don't think it's very good. This is an ambitious build. What do you mean? Doesn't seem too ambitious to me. Chalice in the board seems bold. Why? I already explained everything at the beginning, if I know. I think it's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Back in the Summer Bloom days, Chalice was a staple one-off. Una buena por la copa, sí, papá. Yeah, sure. Let's keep this hand. If we find a bounce line, we're gonna be in fine shape. Turn 1 Asmo. Ugh. Thank you. Yeah, it seemed almost required for me to stream with the proper garments, you know. What is this? Thoughtseize? Okay. I was thinking of playing this one slow anyway, so should probably take Explore here. Is Explore the best card in my deck? The best card in my hand? Maybe Force. I think it's one of these. Probably the best card in my hand is Lurrus West, but like, you know, they can't take that one, so. So barring Lurrus West is probably one of these. Second AmuLIT is what they take. Huh. Okay. Nettle Cyst. Well, it's a nice clean 2-for-1 right here. Boop, boop. There's an argument for blowing the cookbook instead of the nettle cyst, because we can just blow up the token, but my opponent doesn't have the thingy though. So expedition map, crack for growth chamber, play growth chamber, play riot. Stats to the tour myself coming back for 22 months. Almost our 2-year anniversary. I'll start brave now for... Okay, sounds good, Stabs. Always looking forward to some Stabs concoction. So my opponent just... Are they just dead here? What could they have? Yeah, it's just game. Got him. Main deck explosives, baby. Turning around an otherwise unwinnable situation. Also, they could have taken the Force of Vigor. They could have taken the Force of Vigor, but they didn't. See you for the next round. Round 2. Hope my opponent doesn't have a Leyline of the Voice. Nice shirt, yes. I like my shirt. Yorion the Sky Nomad. Okay. If I'm playing against Yorion the Sky Nomad, I think I can keep this hand. Because I'm on the play and I have a turn 3 Dryad, turn 4 Titan. So if I weren't playing against Yorion the Sky Nomad, like if I were playing against Lurrus, maybe I wouldn't keep this hand. Is that an Aether Vial? Prismatic Ending. That's acceptable. That is acceptable. We're going growth chamber here. Just don't Magus me, bro, okay? You have 80 cards. There's no way you drew your Magus of the Moon. Okay. Still pretty annoying, but not as bad. We don't have second blue source, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so they're going to have Magus now. There's no way they don't have Magus. So we're gonna have it find a basic forest, then I'm gonna copy my forest. Am I just getting 2 forests here? I actually think I am. If they have path to go with their Magus, we're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, they have path because of how they tapped. Oh, maybe not. Still have explosives. We still have engineered explosives. I swing, opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. They unblocks. They protect the Magus. I mean, it's still like the best that I can do, right? At least I get a 3/3. Gonna protect Magus. Well, at least you get 3 of their creatures. And now they can't they can't get value from the blinks and stuff. That is a problem. Because now their clock is a lot faster. Damn it. That is a problem. Sometimes you need an explosive draw, and other times you need an explosives draw. That's funny. Well, we got nothing here, so we're just gonna pass, I guess. And the Caldra is just going to completely destroy us. Maybe they have path. How is putting Yorion in hand more important than like jamming for 5? Are they playing them blinking their stuff? Why? Archon is a nice Broken Wing star. Yeah, Broken Wings actually may be legit here. Yeah, so they probably just have path in hand because of how they've been playing. 5, 10. I guess I can find exactly Dryad off the top. No, I can't because... No, I actually can, yeah. So if I find Dryad off the top... No, I can't because of the Archon, so I have no outs. Alright. Next game... Dismembers, Broken Wings. Is Endurance just fine as a 3/4 reach? Yeah, Endurance seems kind of okay as a 3/4 reach. I don't think I want all 3 of them, but maybe 1 or 2 could be okay. Mag is more annoying than start of Bloodmoon, yeah. No, I don't think Force is good. Because they're getting Caldra every time. Keeping this hand though. I really, really want to dodge that turn 1 prismatic ending, but thank you, Colby, for the Prime Sub, coming back for the 11th month. Thank you so much for the support. Don't ending me, brah. Don't prismatic ending me, brah. Don't do it. Oh, I guess, I mean, technically they didn't, I guess. That card is just not playable, right? This is just not a playable card. Of course they have. Of course they have the Vial. Dismember, not a bad draw, I tell you. So they went for turn 1 Isolate as opposed to turn 1 Vial. It's pretty crazy. And they don't have another land. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do this, right? What kind of monster would I be? What kind of monster would I be if I didn't do that right there? Am I right? Good old Thalia. Good old Thalia. Yep. My opponent should not have Thalia in their deck for what's worth. I doubt that there are worse cards than Thalia to cut. Well, that game was easy. Can we have another one of those? They have Sentinel, which I take out before Thalia, so 8 cards to cut. Are you sure? God damn it. And they of course have the turn 1 Vial, which they could have had last game, and they chose to go for the Isolate instead. And now we're gonna go for the prismatic ending. Well, fuck me, I guess. I think Sentinel is significantly better than Thalia. Like, Thalia's tax is irrelevant, and the 2-1 body is also irrelevant. So I'd much rather have a relevant tax instead of just having like a stupid tax that just doesn't do anything. How is Sentinel's tax? Because he draws a card. It draws them towards the stuff that they need. It comes down 1 turn earlier, right? My opponent is on the play. It comes down 1 turn earlier. So if I want to play AmuLIT on 1, they get to draw a card. Ugh, that's bad. They also have the fucking Giver. They have the Caldra. So they're gonna have to tap the giver. Things are not looking great here. Something good, please. Saga. Okay, I'll take Saga. It's really bad if my opponent found a Recruiter or a Magus, but I feel like I am pretty far behind at this point. Vial up to 4. They're probably just trying to go up to Yorion mana, right? I mean, I guess we can find Primetime. We can find Explosives. So I guess Explosives is our best draw. So this is 7 damage. Huh. If you were wondering how is Sentinel's tax more relevant than Thalia, look at this specific situation that we see ourselves in right now. I think I have to blow it up on 1. And we're gonna crack it right now. So my opponent doesn't get to untap the giver. So I have to chomp the Kaldra. And now we have to draw exactly Primeval Titan. Dude, Kaldra is messed up. Dismember doesn't do anything. Oh, that's from... They play Monke? Fuck me, I guess. So we throw Endurance in front of the Kaldra. We block the Ragavan. We go down to 1. And we are Dobbs. I can draw Primetime. But then, so if I draw Primeval Titan into Primeval Titan, and it needs to be exactly Primeval Titan, it can't be Summoner's Pact because of the Archon. So if I draw Titan into Titan, maybe we can have a shot here. Must be Titan into Titan. Step 1. Step number 1, Growth Chamber, Radium Fountain. I don't have the life to play this member. I was at 1. I literally cannot cast a Dismember. But yeah, Dismember does answer the Germ token. Wait, why does it exile like that? Why is it tucked under the Caldra? That's super random. Alright, we're dead. Man, why didn't we find that Titan 1 turn sooner, right? Anyway, see you for the next round. Here we are for round number 3. This hand's looking pretty hot. Played Chalice in the board recently when the Cascade X popped up, but it gets hit with Force, Bracing Borer and Force, so it didn't stick. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of its downsides, but like you're forcing them to have a card at least, right? Otherwise, you just die to their combo every time. So, I mean, you can only do so much, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ephemerate this thingy. Undying Evil. They did a functional reprint of this card in the newer set, which is kind of weird. I guess it puts the creature tapped, so it's not exactly a functional reprint, but it's pretty close. Better to have both amulets and chalices, and yeah, exactly. At least you can kind of hopefully overwhelm their chalices, I guess. Otherwise, you're just, you know, getting owned by... you're just gonna get owned by Force regardless, so... Play Explore... I guess we can play Castle and Explore another Amulet. Play Amulet. Play Misty. Find Expedition Map on upkeep. Pay 2 mana to crack Expedition Map. Fetch. I'm 1 mana short? Am I really 1 mana short? I'm just the unluckiest. So unlucky. 1 mana short of just tightening them next turn and winning the game. Can you believe that, chat? Can you believe how unlucky I am? Stoneblade the League today, so many Stoneforges. Primeval Titan. You just have to look at it, you know? You just have to look at it with the intent and just say the words. Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out whether this was a good draw or not. Seems close. Guess my opponent wants to see the fireworks. Can't blame them. It's pretty exciting when this happens. Fireworks. 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 Anyone's game. Yeah, it's close, right? Close game. Because my opponent is not really in the business of hitting that right click concede button, huh? Just good deck building. Good deck building, good deck shuffling too. Good deck building, good deck shuffling. What if I have 6 by accident? Yeah, I guess I could misclick. There are some things that could happen, I guess. Oh, I guess that's something. Wait. Why would you do it now? Ephemerate? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Just a casual 23. Let's do Vesuva and Sunhome. Still lethal, right? I'm not missing anything. This is still lethal. Bonus at 16. Yep. Float and float. And double strike. And F6. So I'm planning on playing Hagward. It's good stuff. But I wanted you to stutter and think you need to pay for packs. Oh, that's what it was. Makes sense. We don't want explosives. We do want dismembers, however. How do we feel about Foundation Break? Endurance is kind of interesting against the Undying card and the other one. It feels like it's mostly cute more than anything else, but like I guess I want a couple of these. Maybe Foundation Breaker, but not really the forces. No, Chalice is not worth it. Let's do something like this. Double Saga. Sure. I'm only keeping this hand because I know the matchup. Like I obviously would not be keeping this hand in the blind, but I think that against like this hand just is great against my opponent having a Griff. Like we just literally do not care about this at all. And then Saga can actually give me business. Yeah, I mean, Ephemerate is the best thing that could have happened for them. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Now we can go Saga on 2. I imagine they're gonna take the card, like just getting rid of the summoner's pact is so much better than dealing 3 damage. Mr. Seri with the tier 1 sub. Full year, Mr. Seri. Thank you so much for the continued support. Hammer stream when? I actually streamed Hammer once for No Die Enemy. It was fun. It was actually a lot of fun. It was actually quite a bit of fun. I had a good time when I streamed that deck. Why don't I wear Italy shorts instead of Argentinian one? Because I'm Argentinian, I'm not Italian, so. Seems like a pretty logical answer, I'd say. If I were Italian, I would probably be wearing an Italian shirt. Here's a token. Fracture. All right. Here's another one. Same for one. Fracture. That's a card. Hisui is more of an elf's card. I mean, that's true. I mean, the Fracture is probably gonna bring us behind enough that now we may not be winning the race anymore, which is kind of awkward. I'm gonna definitely attempt to double block, and then we're gonna trade both constructs for one of their griefs. Not much that I can do though, because I'm losing the race, so I have to feel like I have to make this play. And if they have like a Solitude, we're obviously fucked, right? But make a token. Does Argentina have a strong Italian influence? Yes, big time. If you could do it all again, would you still go to college? Yes. College was an amazing part of my life. Met a lot of amazing people, including my wife. And I was very, very fortunate to go to a very good college at a really, really good time, because my college kind of sucks now, so I managed to go there while it was still good. We're just getting an expedition map here. I think so, because if I find a Dryad, I can go tutor for another Valakut, or if I don't, I can just go get another Saga. Whitelisted for college too? Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. Stoneforge. Okay, Stoneforge probably means that we lose. Because they're gonna find the college around, we're fucked. That's brutal. Dryad. Dryad! I guess I had to scream louder. The problem is now we don't have a second green source. So even if we find the... Oh, that's very good. That's quite good. I'm gonna just dismember the token. Ugh, they're gonna get to equip Cauldron next turn. F's in chat. Can we find the Dryad of the top? Can we please find the Dryad of the top? That would be quite incredible. Dryad. Yeah, Urbor really helping out right here, huh? Opponent's gonna get to suit up with a land, are gonna get to suit up the Caldron next turn. Skyclave Apparition, my expedition map. Okay. Boros Garrison. So we have to play Tolaria West here. We have to dodge. We have to dodge them finding untapped land. If we dodged untapped land, we may have a shot here. Okay. Block, block, block. We go to 1. So they take my AmuLIT. I have another one coming up though. 1, 2. Oh, it just kills my tokens. That's why they did it. How did I meet my wife? Every year I would make like a gnocchi cookout at my house for all the new Argentinian every semester for all the new Argentinian students, and she showed up once. It's kind of the story. F. So now they get to suit up one of their other creatures. Even if we find prime time, it just doesn't do anything. That was a free attack with the Stoneforge, but sure. Yeah, she's a drummer as well. Vesuva's gone, and the garrison is also gone. Is there a way that I can set up lethal here? We do have... We do have the other T-West. Wait, we don't? Oh no, it's here. Oh, never mind. So, Pact for prime time. Now we can do... We can do Valakut... Valakut Growth Chamber, transmute for Dryad. We only have one. So I can't haste. That is the problem. If I could haste, this would be a lot easier. So... growth chamber... The illusion token being a 1/1 actually super relevant, or I guess the +1/+1 counter being super relevant here, which is pretty funny. So I guess I have to do Radiant Fountain, Growth Chamber, and I still have to top deck here. Dryad means that I can pay for Pact. So we at least have that. Gain life. Transmute. Pact. Pact. For Dryad. Play Dryad. Kill Stoneforge. Bounce this. This. I'm assuming my opponent draws nothing. And if they draw nothing, then I'd rather get this point of damage, because now we're gonna go to 1, because we're gonna block. We lose to Vindicate. There's like a multitude of cards that we lose to here. Sure. So we have to draw another prime time here. Pact number 1. Pact number 2. Dude. 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 Holy shit. I mean, can we at least talk about how I set this up beautifully? Can we talk about how I set this up beautifully? Can we do that for a second? Let's just do that for a second. Let's talk about how perfectly I set this turn up. Opponent gives me the ... GG's. And that's how you become champion. See you for round number 4. Round number 4 is here. Beautiful little mulligan to start things off. Actually, I think this illustrated very well the issues Griefemerate. Triple thought is skewed, but you also spend 3 cards going down and your opponent can just draw out of it if you don't top deck enough pressure. I mean, I think my opponent's draw was very good. I just got very lucky and, you know, my draw just lined up better against theirs. I think I have to ship this. We go to 5. This is a hand I can... This is a hand I can work with. We're definitely sending that. And I think we're just sending the Wooded Foothills. Okay. Is this like actual factual affinity? This deck doesn't play rebukes in the main, right? It only plays the rebukes in the sideboard. Yeah, I guess it could be scales too. Oh yeah, it is scales. Good to know. This doesn't fly, right? No, they have to activate for it to fly. So if they don't kill this Dryad, I'm gonna like my position a lot. And if they do kill the Dryad, then I guess I'm gonna like my position a lot anyway. So that's cool. Thank you for that follow there, Mario Brega. Appreciate it. G-West, Growth Chamber, 6 mana. Yeah, that's the best line. Because that allows me to actually trigger the Valakut. Because right here, I could have attacked right there, but I'm not triggering Valakut. Play that. Float mana. This is 3, 6. Yeah, this is enough. Transmute. And this is why you mulligan with this deck. I'm doing this just so I can trigger Valakuts on the first Titan trigger. Didn't matter. All right, these cards are good. That one's good too. These are good too, and that one is good too, and that one is good too. Yeah, it's time to break some wings, Chad. It's time to get those wings broken. Does AmuLIT eat Titan's ass? Yes, it does. It's a pretty bad matchup. One less cut. What do I want to cut? Is Explorer better than a Gracer here? No. Gracer blocks flyers. Explorer does not block flyers. blocking is usually relevant. I disagree. Particularly when your opponent wants to ink moth nexus you out of the game. I think I'm just got an expedition map here. Probably not gonna grind. Turn 2 broken wings? Busted. Yeah, GK for it. I think that you're just getting stuck a little bit in how you're thinking about that. Like, sure, we have Ghost Quarter, but like, that's a different card. Like, Gracer just sits here, and it makes it hard for my opponent to do anything, right? I don't need to use extra cards for Gracer to do the thing. And I don't mind having access to redundant copies of, you know, cards that prevent me from dying. No, Endurance is the nuts. It has an insane amount of applications. It's not just for mill. In fact, I don't think Endurance is like playable against mill, but it's not particularly good. It just doesn't really work out. Mill is way too good for Endurance to be too relevant. I think we just play this tapped. I'm considering what I want to play Saga. I think the tokens are gonna matter because I don't really have any business going on right now. So the 3 endurance for 1 force, bad move, huh? You gave 3 endurance for, yeah, that's a terrible move. Really bad move. Really, really bad move. I think endurance is the best out of all of the elemental incarnations. Hangerback Walker. So we're gonna have to win through that, I guess. Take 6 here. Not excited about it, but it is what it is. How many sagas is too many sagas? There's no way just by the needle naming Sabas, right? I think I do. If they draw Ravager, I am pretty fucked, I think. But if they don't, maybe we are okay. No. Endurance is very good. It has a bunch of random scenarios. Like the other day, I beat. Ad nauseam because they had like 5 cards in the graveyard, and I just flashed in endurance and with the Thassa's Oracle trigger on the stack. My opponent exiled their entire deck, and I made them shuffle, and then they were out of Thassa's Oracle, so they died. If we play this, makes a token. Yeah, that actually works out. This gives my opponents 2 flyers, which is a problem. Or I guess it could be a problem, would be more accurate. It's not really a problem, but could be a problem. They dismember my construct. 8, 9, 10. $11, we would have won. Sheesh. I mean, they need to leave some blockers behind, though. So they can't just serve with everything here. Murktide Regent. DRC, any of those. Hey. Hey. This guy. It's not a very good card, Torborg. Don't feel too sad about it. It is not really that good. I'm still testing it out. Pew, pew, pew. See you for the last round. Last round against last season's trophy leader. This hand's pretty good though. Kind of slaps. Playing against Black Red Lurrus. Is that Bosch? The Iron Golem? Hell yeah. This is one of the very first rare cards I ever owned. Is that what the kids call a pog? Yeah, you were unlucky. That metagame is non-existent. Control is unplayable. You just got very unlucky. Vesuva's gone. That can potentially be awkward. Thought this is bad for us. Yeah, you got extremely unlucky. I have not played against a control deck in at least 5 leagues. You can just go through my bots. You can go through my bots and you'll see that I never see control decks. The closest thing to control deck is the Murktide deck. There goes my AmuLIT. We're just having a good time here. We're just having a good time. I think I'm just gonna explore, but I'm gonna bounce this Sanctuary Saga. Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna do this. So I can make a token. Token can block the Raga ban, because my opponent has kept a 1-lander. Once you start listening to UO2, you go into the control deck. That's actually true. Now the Thoughtseize. Primeval Titan's gone. Can we have the Thoughtseize back one more time? I'll block. man. Not even another Thoughtseize bug there. We have another Saga. So I guess I'm fine doing that. Now we just bring them to Ursa's lair. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to beat control, you can just add some Veil of Summers to the sideboard. That should help match up a lot. You can also play Cavern of Souls, but Cavern of Souls sucks in the lands deck. I mean, you can play it, but it's not great. Monke. A monkey. No need to attack here. You're already with 2 amulets. I mean, we are always with 2 amulets. Like it's Saga, right? And this card just means that you always have amulet in play. Like my opponent has dealt with 3 amulets. 3 amulets. My Titania deck is so pin. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. How you been trying it out? It's been fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. Yes, your monkey is gonna die. In case you were wondering, yeah, your monkey is dead. And this is why you play 4 amulets in the deck, in case you were wondering, Chad. You know, you gotta play 4 amulets, so when your opponent kills a shit ton of them, you still have more amulets and you get to Titan. Get another Saga, get a Toluria West, the opponent can never win. Oh, you 5-0'd with it last night? That's awesome, you man. Was there anything that you liked or / disliked? Because you know it's only me playing the deck, so obviously my work is only so limited. I feel like the Reclaimer deck became good after people finally started to pick it up. And like that's only logical when you have like more, you know, more brains working on something. It is bound to get better faster. So if you have any thoughts or like anything that you did that you're like maybe like anything that you thought maybe in terms of like the mana base or the sideboard, etc. The map is insane. Yeah, map is very good. I've been super impressed by Expedition map. Just like the Sealy one-off, both in this Amulet deck and in the other deck as well. Can I ask why you always play Scattergroves in those decks? I mean, I used to in the past because I needed a different name for a basic planes for Field of the Dead, and since Field of the Dead was banned, it's there because I'm playing Brennan 6. The other day, I even like I got Supernova, I sacked the thing, I got the Scatter Groves, I got it back with Ren, and then I started cycling that thing. Like that actually was cool. You can also, if you have Italian play, you can just go squatter your own thingy. You get a couple of 5/3s, and you get to start looping the cycle land as well. I think the first copy is worth it. There's an argument for, like, we were talking about that on the Discord yesterday, which is maybe you want to try them because you're playing prismatic ending. So like I think that's fine. Like that's a fine. It's a fine exchange to make. I really don't know what to cut. I feel like I'm gonna end up cutting Explorer, but I don't want to. Like, Explorer is like one of the best cards in the deck. Maybe I should be cutting one of the AmuLITs. I really don't want to cut an AmuLIT though. Found sideboarding quite tricky. Ended up trimming rather than cutting cards, as I wanted everything. I mean, the deck is just all good cards, right? Now, I ended up, in the league that I played, I was cutting Knight of the Reliquary. I think is the worst card in the deck by a wide margin, really. I still think it's good enough to play, and this hand seems good enough against the Lurrus deck. I still think it's good enough to play, but it is, however, the worst card in the deck. It just lines up against a couple of decks, right? Like if People's Removal is Lightning Bolt and Holy Heat, it's not rare for Knight to outgrow both of those. Can I please find any untapped land? Any untapped land? Not quite. Reclaim the Valka, their EOT 3, then turn map, crack map 6, they ran back fetch. Nice. They explored, that's good. They have to take the AmuLIT here, which means I get to dismember this thing. I feel like they have to take... Oh, they take the dismember. Huh. So now we just chalice, right? Now we Dryad next turn. T-West gone. Oh, they have K command. Okay. Untap land, please. That sucks. Lotus Field is main AmuLIT. No, it's just terrible. Lotus Field is unplayable. Like, ridiculously bad. Heinously bad. Opponent doesn't know about the dry. Ooh. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I Do I want to play around Damp Sphere? I guess I don't, so I'm just gonna do this here. Opponent could have Terminate to get rid of this, but I think that's it. And if they have Terminate for this, they don't have Terminate for this. Oh, Ending. Okay. Still have Titan mana. So some rich list playing 2 Lotus Fields. I don't know why, but I assume it has to do with kill sequences. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That doesn't really make too much sense to me. I think I'm gonna do T-West Saga here. Terminate. Sure. Can you float my response to the LF sack trigger and sack it to itself? I don't know what LF means. Oh, Lotus Field. Yes, you can. You can do that. Seems terrible. I mean, do people understand that this is a Valakut deck? Like, we're trying to play Valakuts, folks. Why are we talking about Lotus Field when we're trying to play Valakuts? Why are we even discussing the card? It just makes no sense to me. We get another Croxa? If they have another Croxa, we could be in trouble. That's not another Croxa. So now we're definitely getting Bog. That's the easy one. And probably Radiant Fountain? I probably don't play around. Yeah, I'm not gonna play around Damping Sphere. If my opponent has the Damping Sphere, they got me. Voidwalker. If they have Terminate, we're in trouble. Looks like they don't have Terminate. Token. Untap. Pay. Token. AmuLIT. Combat. I'm gonna gain more life here. I just don't want to get raised by the Dalty Void Walker and like a call against command or something stupid, you know? Monkey to the garbage. Monkey to the garbage. What's up, Sweatpants? So, you know, GP Omaha top 8 from a few years ago. It needs some updating. That list flashed black for slower games or something. That's funny. Green Red Scape Shift at top 8 this weekend. Wild. I didn't know that Scape Shift top 8'd. That deck seems just bad. Congratulations for Argentina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't played Titan in 2 years, what did you miss? Oh boy. Oh boy. What did you miss? Where do I start? I'm not gonna start. Hey, I just noticed we have a bunch of folks hanging out here today. Welcome all of you. If you haven't hit that follow button and you're enjoying the content, make sure you do so. Damn! They're killing my Titan? So now they get to cast their own primetime? Their primetime is chump blocking my constructs, dude. Teddy memes, thank you for the follow. They have a primetime in play, and this is just a chump blocker for my constructs, dude. That's amazing. I love that. Oh, Chalice, Chalice, Chalice. That is so funny. That is so funny. Nice chump blocker. We have, I mean, I guess I could just go get another Titan and just end this game. Sure, let's just do that. Let's just do that. Ursa's Field of the Dead. It's so much better than Field of the Dead, right? If these were 4 2/2s, then I wouldn't have good attacks, but they're like 8/8s. They are literally about to be 8/8s, so it's a lot better. Oh, we get to haste another token too? Value. Value. Oh, that's pretty cute. That was pretty cute. It's a good lead. That was a pretty good lead. So it's a good time. Main deck explosives really showed up this league. I guess it only showed up once, but it was like the difference between winning and losing the game. So probably important. How many your streamer in the background? Then I hear you mention my Titan deck. What did I say? Did I say something? Oh, about Scape Shift? Yeah. Imagine what world with Ursa Saga plus Field of the Dead. Yeah, I'm happy that doesn't exist. Yeah. List is fine as long as you can dodge the Blood Moon decks. I mean, our only loss this league was to Blood Moon, right? I guess he was technically Magus of the Moon, but still. I'm probably gonna run one more league. Hopefully it is a little bit faster than this one. This one was pretty long for an AmuLIT league, but if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you for the next league. Take care.